Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be reviewing two more beautiful items from the Amazon company Sunzel. So let's get right into it, shall we? We are going to be showing off this, it's upside down, okay, this beautiful padded sports bra. And I have a lot to say about this sports bra. Let's just put it that way. First of all, number one, when I took a look at this sports bra from the site, there were a lot of factors that I needed to take into consideration from the site. One, there's a spot in the description that says that it's a frequently returned item. So, and that to check the reviews. So, being that said that, I quickly was thinking to myself, well, this might be one of those did she nail the fit type of a try on. So I wasn't 100% sure. I said to myself, maybe we're going to see how this works. Let's see if this item is going to be something that I can actually wear. So, and plus, number one, it's a white, well, they call this color coconut milk. So it's not quite white, but it is pretty close to white. It's very pretty. It's a really beautiful padded sports bra. Another problem that I encountered, besides the frequently returned item situation, I also happened to notice that it mentioned that it was ideal more for the women that have the smaller chests, and that was another problem. I am a 36D and I am not small. So, yeah, so I had a couple of things going against me in that. But let's just get into the detail on this item. This sports bra has fully adjustable straps, which I absolutely love. If you know me, you know the one thing that's actually going to prevent me from purchasing or even thinking of wearing a certain item is if it doesn't have adjustable straps. So adjustable straps is the way to go. When it stops at a certain point, it that makes me so upset because I know it could go further than that, but they put this little piece of fabric that just prevents it and stops it from going further. So I don't like that. So I totally stay away from those. Now, as far as the pads, these do have removable pads, pads that you can put in, take out. I have another thing on these pads as well. I took the pads out to show you that when I put this on, to show you how this fabric, even though it's white, it's still not sheer. When I put it on, you'll notice, but it's not see-through. It's really very nice. And this band right here is extremely supportive. It's a thick band, and that is another part of the construction of this sports bra that is key. The fact that it's got that very thick, supportive band underneath. That's a big part of the bra. Now, as far as the pads are concerned, I took them out, like I said. Now, let's see if you can see this. You should be able to see this here. I've never seen this before, and I've had bathing suits that have pads in them. I have had other bras that have had pads in them, other items, but I've never seen this. So let's see if you can see it. You see that L at the edge, at the corner? That's for left. So you know your left from your right. That's the first time I've ever seen something like that. So that's kind of cute. I like that. I do like the fact that they guide you that way. Now pads is something I'm not really 100%. I can do without the pads, to be fair. As long as it's not see-through, I can definitely do without the pads. It's no big deal. I have enough padding. I don't need the extra padding. But because sometimes the pads, if they're not sitting in there correctly, they'll shift and then they just kind of bunch up. It depends. You have to have them really sit. They have to sit right. Again, coconut milk is the color to this sports bra. I took this in a size medium. Now, how did I gauge my size, you ask? I gauged my size. First of all, I've had already a sports bra in the past from them. I've done a try on here, and I noticed that I went a little too small. So I went small, and I should have sized up. Not that the small didn't fit, it did, but and it's a little different than this, but I should have sized up. And so I knew that in the sports bras, I could probably just go medium rather than small. But how I gauged this was one girl, she's on Instagram, very sweet girl. We've direct messaged each other at times. Really nice. She does great reviews for Amazon. And she happened to try this on in a different color. And I noticed she's a little smaller. She's smaller than me. She's taller. She's thinner. And she happened to mention in her review, she took a medium and she was mentioning how it was a little too big. She should have sized down. So that makes me think, okay, she's a small, she went too high up, it's a little too big. And then another girl in the review section who was much bigger than me took a large and she was very happy and satisfied with it. So between her going higher and should have gone lower, and the other girl taking a large and loving it, I figured, okay, well, I'm not smaller and I'm not that big. So I'm somewhere in the middle. So I figured, let's just go medium. That's the way I probably should have done it. So knowing my own measurements, knowing the brand itself and how they run made me learn how to gauge the size that I should take. So yeah, so we went medium. So that's how I came to that conclusion. And again, this fell into a category that I've done before. Did she nail the fit? So I always love trying to figure this out with all the information, my knowledge of me, the knowledge of the item, the brand. Will it all happen? Will it come together? I have a couple of things against me, like I said, and it worked out. But you guys are going to see. Now, the sizes these run in is from extra small to extra large. The fabric is 80% polyamide, 20% lycra, so it is very stretchy. It is extremely stretchy, as you can see. They call it on the site a bandeau, but a bandeau to me is more strapless. A bandeau is not with straps. And then they call it a bralette. So it's more in the line of a bralette than a bandeau. But again, like I said, if you're really big, you really need to be able to fit yourself within this space. And you really have to know yourself. Because sometimes the size chart is not correct. The model just doesn't seem correct as far as their measurements. And I'm going to get into specifics on that as well. Fabric care on this is hand wash, which I did. And you can always put it into a delicate cycle. If you don't want a hand wash, put it in a little garment bag, delicate cycle. Don't dry it because it's going to go from coconut milk to possibly yellow if you keep it in there for too long, if the dryer runs too hot. So I just wouldn't advise it. It gets yellow. Things get yellow quickly. Now, as far as the colors are concerned in this item, it comes, which I wanted actually, and I did not get, a chocolate, forest night, cherry blossom, which is beautiful, black, and a periwinkle. Again, because there's so many things going on right now, stock is starting to get lower and half off prices due to Black Friday. Sunzel starts their Black Friday early. So they started it already on Thursday. It's going to run all the way until December 1st. So there's a lot of fluctuation in prices. I don't even really want to tell you too much because sometimes the size that you see may not come in the color, may not come in the same price. The prices are changing. So prices are everywhere. So I don't want to say it because it's going to just fluctuate, like I said. Now, I can tell you what the price is as we stand right now on this one in a medium only. On the size small is a different price as well. In this medium is $19.99. And again, like I said, it could change. This is what I wanted to discuss. The model, and I'm going to read this because the model shows her bust is 33.1 inch. and she takes a size small. And on the size chart, if you look at the size small, it shows that it's 27.6 inches and a large is 31.5 inches. So I don't understand. It's showing that she's taking a small when in reality the small is 27.6. It's kind of off. So, you know, I can understand the confusion, but like I said, there's a lot of factors here. But I loved, I loved the item. I actually, to be fair, the girl that I know from Instagram who does wonderful reviews for Amazon, she almost really was the one that cinched the deal for me. And I'm going to give her a shout out because she's great. She did a great review, and reviews just help when you're in a video format like here. Not so much, well, pictures, yes, but in video, it's just so different. It hits differently. You get a much better feel as to how it looks, how it's sitting on you, and you get a better idea. And especially when she mentioned what she mentioned about how she should have sized down, it just all fell into place so much more. To me, visual is just so much better. And talking about it, looking at the fabric, getting a close up of it, detail, everything means a lot. Okay, so now that's this item. Like I said, I had a lot to talk about on this one. Next one is going to be these beautiful fleece lined crossover waist flare legged leggings. I love this type of a waist because this waist is just so not confining. It's just so pretty. It's like a layered look, but it's not really tight on your stomach. It cinches your waist. It just draws you differently to the waist. It's just so pretty. It's got layers, so I love it. And it is stretchy. As you can see, it does have a sheen. Again, I'm going to put it up against, even though this is a black shirt, I'm going to still put it up against it. It does have that sheen to it, as you can see. No front seam. It does have a different type of a back design. No scrunch butt. It doesn't have any ruching, as you can see there. High waist, very pretty. Now, and again, it's got that real flare-legged bottom, which is really pretty. It's narrow on the thigh. It's narrow all the way down up until the knee part, and then it just kind of flares out. It's very pretty. It's 32-inch inseam only, and that's on every color, every size. So the 32-inch is very nice. Don't get me wrong. I love it. I thought it might have been a little too long for me. I'm not sure at first, but I'm 5'4", and to be fair, because this has that fleece lining and it's a little bit more on the thicker side and it's not so thin, the fabric, for some reason, it just seems to be a little bit better in length for me. I know that may sound strange, but because it's a little thicker, it kind of rises a little differently. A little short boot, or even like a little bit more of a heel on the sneaker. And I think you should be okay if you're 5'4". If you're taller, it depends. And if you're too short, again, it depends. So I'm 5'4", so that gives you some sort of an idea as to where that is going to be. I'm going to show it to you guys in a minute, but I think it fits okay as far as I was concerned. That was what was concerning me too. And I'm going to turn these inside out because I want to show you, and I've done this before on the fleece lined collection that they have. They have various different leggings. So let's show it to you. Here is where the waist is, as you can see. Two different colors, so you know where the fleece begins, and it goes all the way down to the end. And then again, it stops right here, right there at the hem, a tiny, tiny bit, very little. It's mostly all the way down to the bottom, and it's a very smooth, let's show you. It's extremely smooth. It's not a bulky fleece. It's not real bulky. So it's nice because this way you're not, like it doesn't, do all sorts of crazy stuff inside of it. It's supposed to be, very smooth, the fabric. So when you have something that's really bulky underneath, it just doesn't look right. So it's a very smooth fabric. That's how exactly they had to make it, I'm sure, in order for it to look sleek and slimming. These run from extra small to extra large. The colors that they come in are black, dark brown, and this is the gunmetal gray, which is beautiful. It's a darker gray. The fabric is, the composition is 80% polyester, 20% elastane, so it does have a lot of stretch. Fabric care is machine wash cold, tumble dry low. I wouldn't even really tumble dry it. To be fair, I wouldn't even dry it. Because of the polyester, it might dry really quick. It might quick dry. So to be fair, again, I would just hang dry it. That's what I did. I machine washed it cold and I just hung it to dry. I think it'll be perfectly okay that way. You don't want to get it too hot. It's gonna do strange things that you don't want it to do. So I wouldn't. The price on these as we stand right now are $26.06. And again, that might change. You guys have all the information now. All we need to do is try it on and show it to you and show you how it looks. And I hope you guys really do like it. Like I said, just because something says it's a frequently returned item does not mean that you have to just, not, if you like it and you love the structure of it and you think it's something for you and you really do love it, then I know a lot of people are, they steer away from something like that. But you know what? Sometimes if you take everything into consideration, your size, the brand, the reviews, look at everything. I'm not saying that every review is on point. Some reviews may not even be legitimate. I'm not even sure. But I do know one thing. As long as you start to get to know the brand and you know yourself, and it's an item that you really do like, I think you just got to look at everything. That's why when I used to, and I just said this onto other platforms, when COVID hit, I never did any virtual shopping ever. Didn't like it, didn't go and didn't do anything. And now here I am in front of you doing review after review after review after review. And I never thought in a million years I would be doing this because, quite honestly, I never thought virtual shopping would be for me. But we had no choice during COVID to go that way. So being that we had no choice and no option, I had to learn. So I had to learn. The only thing I couldn't do was feel. I mean, I couldn't feel it. So that's why these try-on and reviews are instructional. They're educational. It depends on the review that you see. But a lot of the times, if people go into depth about something that they're passionate about and that they really like, I honestly think that you'll get information, much more information on this. A lot of the times I used to see if anybody did a review on a specific item to see if I could get a better understanding of the item. And that's why I love to do these, because I honestly think it's great for the potential customer. This way they can say, oh, it's a frequently returned item. I'm not even gonna attempt it. But sometimes you have to take the risk. And now for the try on, and here we are. As you can see, these beautiful straps, fully adjustable, go all the way down, go all the way up, nothing stopping them, no piece of fabric that's preventing them from do that. That's why I love fully adjustable straps. And as you can see right here, I have the pads removed out of this bra, so it is not sheer at all. It is by any standards sheer. That's why I figured I would show you guys the white color, the coconut milk color, because I wanted to show you that even with the removal of the pads, it is still very opaque. And again, you have that beautiful, very sturdy, very supportive, thick band underneath. And now let's show you the pants. The pants have that beautiful crossover waist design, which just looks so pretty and just draws your attention downward. It gives you such a pretty look. It's high-waisted, no front seam, which is beautiful. It does have that sheen. It's got a really pretty sheen to it. This gunmetal gray is just such a nice gray. And let's just show you the back. The back, let's get a closer look. The back has that beautiful design in the back. It's not a deep V design. It doesn't have the scrunch, but it is more smoothing. but it is very stretchy. It is very lifting. It is very pretty. And it tapers all the way down. And then when it gets to the knee, it starts to flare out. So you do have a little bit of that flare at the bottom, but really very pretty. Just such a beautiful, beautiful item. These are such two beautiful items. So thank you for staying for the try on, guys. I do appreciate it. Thank you for taking the time out and staying all the way to the end of this try on and review. If you want to find out more information on either one of these products, all you need to do is go into my bio, click onto that link. That link is going to send you directly into my link tree. When you hit onto the left hand side, all of the links are going to come down. Those links are the applications that I am on, platforms that I am on. I do have a Cash App and a PayPal, so any support is always greatly appreciated. And when you click onto the right-hand side is going to be the product shop. The product shop consists of a couple different collections, one being the Sunzel collection, and that's going to show you all of the products that I have tried on and reviewed so far from that company. In addition to that, also another collection of Amazon products that I use daily, so you'll get a chance to see that. And then there's also other various items on that in that list as well on that side. Those are going to be from other companies, but everything that you see on my link tree are products that I have in my possession. So there is nothing there that I have not physically had. All right, guys, thank you once again for staying all the way to the end, and I look forward to presenting you with more reviews to come. Slip on the softness, light as air. Sunzel leggings will take you there. Every stretch, it hugs just right. Feels like sunrise in the light. Move with comfort, smooth and free. Second skin, oh victory. Every color, every tone makes your body feel like home. Rising sunset, let the glow begin from your workout. For you will live the moment and chase the rush and the morning. You're the sunrise in sunset. Feel that fire built for motion. Feel for desire every set. With every line moves with power. It feels divine. Sports bra steady, seamless flow. Confidence in every roll, from yoga mats to morning miles. Sunzel moves with endless style. Feel the rhythm, breath and skin. Active wear that lives within. Grace and grit in every seam. You're the glow inside the dream. Rising sunset, let the glow begin from your workout. For you will live the moment and chase the rush and the morning. You're the sunrise in the sunset. Feel that fire built for motion. Feel for desire every set. heavy and done. Your strength and Sunzel move as one. Leggings and tops, they hold, they breathe. So your spirit never leaves. Rising Sunzel. Rising Sunset.